In the depths of the internet, beyond the reach of search engines and conventional browsers, there existed a hidden realm known as the dark web. It was a digital underworld where the most sinister aspects of human nature thrived, and where unspeakable horrors were bought and sold with anonymity and impunity. Among the stories whispered in hushed tones by those who dared to venture into this abyss, one tale stood out: the legend of the Auction of Souls. The story began with a group of hackers and cybercriminals who discovered an encrypted website on the dark web, accessible only through a clandestine network known as the Tor. The website was named the Abyssal Market, and it was rumored to be the darkest corner of the internet, a place where unimaginable atrocities were committed in secret. The Abyssal Market was not for the faint of heart. Its interface was shrouded in darkness, with eerie symbols and cryptic messages that sent shivers down the spines of those who entered. Users were greeted by an unsettling image: a grotesque, faceless figure, adorned in a tattered cloak, holding a scale in one hand and a blade in the other. The true horror of the Abyssal Market lay in its offerings, an assortment of illegal activities, from drug trafficking to contract killings. But the most chilling aspect was the Auction of Souls, a section of the website that advertised the sale of human beings. It was here that the darkest desires of the wealthy and powerful found a market. The victims were not just kidnapped or trafficked individuals. They were people who had seemingly disappeared from society without a trace. The Abyssal Market claimed that these individuals had been stripped of their identities and auctioned off as property to the highest bidder. The chilling truth was that some of these claims seemed to be genuine. Among the stories circulated on the dark web, one account stood out: an anonymous user who claimed to have stumbled upon a hidden section of the Abyssal Market known as the Theater of Despair. This section promised an experience unlike any other, a chance to witness the suffering of the auctioned souls in real time. Intrigued and repulsed in equal measure, the user described their journey into this dark corner of the dark web. They accessed the Theater of Despair with trepidation, expecting it to be nothing more than a twisted hoax. What they found, however, was far more horrifying than they could have imagined. The theater was a live-streamed event where viewers could watch a victim's torment unfold in agonizing detail. The victim, a young woman, was bound to a chair in a dimly lit room. Her eyes were filled with terror, and her screams pierced the silence as a masked figure tormented her with sadistic glee. As the user watched in sickening disbelief, they realized that the audience was not composed solely of passive spectators. There was a chat window where viewers could communicate with each other and the masked tormentor. The comments were a chilling mix of sadistic encouragement, grotesque jokes, and expressions of perverse pleasure. The user was frozen in horror, unable to comprehend the depths of depravity on display. They wanted to look away to escape this nightmare, but a morbid curiosity kept them glued to the screen. It was as if they were ensnared by the darkness of the Abyssal Market, unable to break free. As the hours passed, the user observed the victim's suffering intensify. The masked figure seemed to revel in the woman's pain, subjecting her to unspeakable acts of cruelty. The chat window buzzed with anticipation as viewers wagered on how long she would survive. In a horrifying twist, the masked figure began to address the audience directly, speaking with a distorted voice that sent shivers down the user's spine. It declared that the woman's torment was not only for the entertainment of the viewers but also a warning to all who dared to delve into the depths of the dark web. The user had seen enough. They tried to close the browser window to escape the nightmare they had stumbled into, but it was too late. The Abyssal Market seemed to resist their efforts, its digital claws sinking deeper into their psyche. With a surge of determination, the user disconnected from the internet entirely, hoping to break free from the dark influence of the Abyssal Market. For days they lived in fear, haunted by the grotesque images and the woman's screams that echoed in their mind. Eventually, the user returned to the internet, but they could never forget what they had witnessed. They became an advocate for online safety and campaigned against the dark corners of the web, warning others of the true horrors that lurked beneath the surface. I hope you liked tonight's creepy stories. If you enjoyed this video or if you want more, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more weekly horror stories that'll send chills down your spine. Good night, if you dare.